Hi guys, welcome to our channel, and today we were just going to show you a quick little update of how our garden is doing. Part of it is indoors and part of it is out on our deck because we don't have a yard, so we're doing the whole container gardening and a lot of indoor gardening as well. So we were just going to show you what we got going on so far this year and how things are going. So we're gonna start in here, and this is our little like seed starting station thing. I got some baby kale sprouting up here. That is all looking pretty good. Starting to get some second leaves. These are all things that have not, these have not come up. These are like my fail section here, but keep trying. They're just some herbs, like some sage and stuff, but I have some other ones that came up, so it's not totally bad. I have, these are elecampane. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it's a medicinal herb that I'm growing. And these are onions, like actual, you know, big onions. I don't remember what variety they are, but oh wait, no, they're Dakota onions. Dakota onions, I think. And then over here, we got some other things. Like this is a nasturtium. And I think this is sage. Let me look, I got it marked on the front. Yeah, this is sage. We got some thyme coming up here and one little rosemary over here. I think that's rosemary unless it's just a seed that went in the wrong place, but it actually is starting. I've had a hard time starting rosemary. And this is scalanthes, little teeny tiny things growing here. And I have a bigger one of those outside already established. But then we have just, this is our parsley, and we have cilantro back here that you kind of might not be able to see, but it's doing pretty good. I just picked some of it yesterday, so it's been doing pretty well. And that's our parsley. It's got a sad leaf. I better pick that up. Okay, there. And then down here we have, this is an experiment. These are some onions that we bought that started growing like really big stalks. So I'm putting them in water to see if the roots will grow and if I can plant them. And there's some roots down in there. So we're gonna give that a try, see how that works. That's from one onion and there's like 3 plants. So I guess if I get 3 plants out of one sad onion, that's pretty good. And then these are my house plants. I got well, I forgot how to pronounce it, but my kids call it the pepperoni plant. I think it's peperomia plant, and then our pothos. And this is the baby of that pothos. Say hi, pothos. So I'm gonna start on the table over here. So we got our tomatoes that we planted in the last video, or one of the last videos, and they're doing really good here. So we got a couple Swiss chards growing right here in this little container, and these are 2 zucchinis. It says sweetie tomatoes, but they're actually zucchinis that are growing there. And I have another one in that bucket down there that's growing. So these are going to need a bigger home soon. Right now, this is what they got. They're by themselves. There goes the rabbit. In this flat, I'm trying to grow some herbs, and I got like 2 or 3 sages have come up, and 1 little rosemary, and then like nothing else has come up. So I'm not giving up hope. I'm trying to grow some lavender over here. I have a hard time with lavender. Down here I got some cabbages, and they're actually growing. I tried to just grow 1 in here and it didn't ever come up, so I planted 3 more and then they all came up, so now I'm gonna have to find a new home for a couple of these cabbages. Okay. So this is a medicinal herb tote. This is calendula right here, and spilanthes, or the toothache plant, is growing here. What the heck is that? Some weird thing growing in here. But yeah, so these are medicinal herbs. And then over here, it's from that tree. Okay, so these are some sweet pepper plants.
Only 2 of them came up.
Yeah, well, there's 3 more planted here, here, and here, and I don't know. They just take forever to come up, so I haven't given up hope yet. I know, the other ones, they took forever too, though, so I'm hoping they'll come up eventually. And these are our snap peas. We've harvested 1 so far, and there's 1 more growing on here. Right here. 1 little baby snap pea. But there's a few more flowers on here, so I'm hoping these will do good, not just grow and do nothing. We'll see. These are green onions, and they're getting pretty big, doing pretty good in here. And then we got our 3 other tomato plants that we planted in the video the other day. These are some radishes that I honestly didn't think were gonna do anything, and then they started, once I put them outside, they were a lot happier. So I might have a couple of radishes in a little bit, we'll see. And then here in our green stalk, we have some jalapenos right here. These 3 plants here are there's 4. There's 4 jalapeno plants, and they're finally starting to get little blooms on them. So that's good. And then we have our cayenne peppers here. That we have lots of little cayenne peppers growing. It looks like a couple of these are not real happy. I'm not sure what's going on with that dead bug. Pull those off. Okay, there. Might be getting overwatered. But we're growing some cayenne peppers, and there's several on there, so that's going well. And here we have, this is just plantain, which is like a weed, but I'm growing it because it's medicinal, and I can never find any around my yard, so I'm gonna grow some. And we got some basil plants. They are finally starting to perk up.
I can smell the basil.
Yeah, it's really strong. They looked pretty sad when I first planted them, but now they look better than they did. They were like yellow and droopy. Here we have a rosemary that I got at Trader Joe's, and it's doing pretty good. And then this is our other tomato, our little sweetie tomato, and it's really small. For the wind. These are green beans down here, and this one's starting to bloom, I think. So that's exciting. And there's some more down here. And let me turn this again. This poor guy's getting all beat up. This is a cucumber plant. Which one is this? This is the Kalunga cucumber. We got 2 of these. Let's see if I can twist it around without injuring it. The leaves are getting big. I'm gonna have to like stake them up pretty soon. Here's the other one, and then some more green beans. And over here we have 2 lemon cucumber plants that'll make cucumbers that look like lemons. So that'll be cool. But that's most of that. Is that everything in there? I think it is. Yeah. Oh wait, there's one more thing. I'll show. And down in here, we got some more Swiss chard, and it looks kind of sad because I watered it earlier and it got kind of beat up. And then there's some collard greens right here. So.
You see that rabbit that's ran by Patio?
In this, we have some nasturtiums growing, and they'll probably vine out and look really pretty, and they're edible, so that's double duty plant. And then I got over here another nasturtium, and then I have some dill coming up, some more calendula, and there's chives over here, but there's only one, and then there's like a little tiny one here. I think the birds might be getting after it because there was more, and now there's less. The spruce trees are coming out with their little, their buds, or their little things that grow on the ends.
Emma.
And the other day we were harvesting some of them because you can actually eat them. Emma, show us one of the spruce tips. Is there a little one?
Now let's say it.
So here's what they look like. So if you have spruce trees or fir trees, you can harvest these little tips that come out in the spring, and they're edible and they're really good sources of vitamin C. So we're trying to get into foraging a little bit around here.
Oh my god!
What?
Guys!
What? Oh yeah, they get bigger. Let's not pick anymore. We don't want to hurt the tree. We want to let it live. But yeah, so foraging, yay! Wonderful! You're gonna get a splinter in your butt.
I can't wait to put this in the video.
Alright, so for the last part of our garden tour, and you probably can't even see me right now because it's really dark, we're in our basement. And in our basement we have a grow tent. And in our grow tent we have potatoes. So these are our potatoes that we're growing right now, and you saw some that we harvested, but these are the ones that are going at the moment. They're starting to bloom, it looks like. So the ones in the grow bags are fingerling potatoes, and then the other ones are, which one's a gold?
Those are red potatoes.
Red potatoes? They're red potatoes, and they're starting to bloom, so yay.
Just a couple buckets of each.
Yeah, there's a couple buckets of each. And then this is our last little, well, second to last, we have our little succulent garden upstairs, so I don't know if we'll talk about that. This is our last little garden that I just kind of started not that long ago, and it's got, this is our, I'm calling this one the tea garden. This is lemon balm, and this is chamomile that I just transplanted, and it looks kind of sad because I just transplanted it, but I think it's going to be okay. This is some mint and some tulsi or holy basil right here. And I just harvested some of it yesterday, so it's been growing pretty good. This is some more chamomile. This is where all the chamomile was planted here, but it was way overcrowded. So I took some of the chamomile that was in the middle and put it over there, and now this chamomile's gotten a lot bigger since I did that, so it's a lot happier now. And this one is, it looks sad, but it was looking worse, so it's getting better. I think it'll be okay. But then over here, I wanted to actually finish thinning this out, but we're growing arugula and two kinds of spinach here. And one has come up sooner than the other, it looks like. But I thinned out these two rows, and I was gonna thin out this row. Bonus points, so if you thin out your arugula, you can eat these as microgreens, and they're full of nutrition, so that's cool. But now those are thinned out, and that's our spinach and arugula patch from the basement. We're trying to make grow as much in the small amount of space that we have as we can. I have to get up. So that was how our garden is looking so far this year at this moment. We're going to be expanding it in a few different ways. We intend to get another grow tent, a smaller one. We also are going to be planting some onions and garlic in our kiddie pool, which I didn't show you, but it's not really set up yet. And then we're going to try to just keep adding more stuff as we can. We're limited with space because we live in a townhome, we don't have a yard, and so we're making do as best we can with what we're making do.
But say what it is. It's a pug. She's disgusting.
That's just our dog. She makes very strange noises all the time. But we're making do with what we have and growing as much as we can. This year we're planning on also getting produce from farmers markets or from family members or anybody who has produce, and canning a lot of it and preserving as much as we can, and we'll be showing you that as well. But that's our tour as of right now, and we'll see you next time.
It was super weird, bro. Let's put the dough in those little pans.